This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will discuss module 14 and the topic is floating point literal usage in Java programming language. So let's start. The floating point literal is by default of type double to identify a float type suffix small f or capital F after the value. For example, float f equal to 10.45f. If required, identify a double suffix small d or capital D after the value. For example, double D equal to 45.23 D to identify power of E can be used. Let us understand this better with the help of an example. So let's switch to the IDE. Eclipse here will execute a program to understand how a floating point literal can be used in Java programming language. So here we are at the Eclipse IDE. We'll click on this button, click on the Java project. Over here we will type the name of the project is floating point literal usage. Click on the next button, click on the finish button. Over here we'll type the name of the classes program, create button. Here it is. Now we'll click on the module info, right click on it and then delete it. Now I'll create a new class by clicking on the src folder, right click on it, type the new, selecting the new, and then here we'll click on the class and the name of the class is program. Then click on this public static void. Very important to check this box. It will create a main method in the program. So here we are. We'll type the description as floating point literal usage, and then under this we will type public state void erg ops, name of the method, and the structure of this method we will declare float I equal to 234.3423. F suffix will be used for floating point. Double J equal to 879.345. D small, D suffix is used with the double data type, and then double K equal to 68 and 68 E4. Now we'll use the system.out.println to display the output result on the screen. System .out.println, and under this parenthesis we will type decimal literal as plus I. We'll copy this line and make two right over here, and then type octal literal the value as J, and then hexadecimal literal as plus K. And the structure is complete. Now we'll call this method prgobs in the main method, and we will type just the name of the method prgobs parenthesis and then semicolon. Now we'll execute this program. There's an error. You can see the error is prgops. So we need to make it static. We didn't use the static keyword over here. That's why you can see an error over here on the line. And you can see exception thread man Java error resolve compilation problem cannot make a static reference to the non-static method prgobs from the type program. So we should type the keyword static public static void main void prgobs. So you can see that right underline is disappear. Now we'll click on the run as and click on the Java application, pressing the OK button. You can see the output on the screen as decimal literal, octal literal, and then hexadecimal literal on the screen. Now, after discussing the floating point literal usage, we will discuss the literal usage with character, string, and boolean type. The character literal is enclosed in single quote, and string literal is put in double quotes. The boolean type can have any of the two literal values, that is true or false. Java also have support for no literal, but it cannot be used with primitives, but can be used with reference types. Let's understand it better with the help of an example. So let's execute a program in the Eclipse IDE to understand the concept of literal usage with character, string, and boolean type in Java. So here we are at the Eclipse IDE. We will click on it and click on the Java project and type literal usage with character, string, and boolean type. It's the name of the project, and then instead of using comma, dot, because these are not allowed in any of the project name. So we click on the next button and click on the finish button. Type the name as program, name of the module, and then over here we will right click on it and then delete this class and create a new one by right clicking on the src folder and go to the new option. From here we'll click on the class option. Here we'll create a program, name of the class is a program, public, none. This checkbox should be checked, public static void. It will create a main method in the program. So here we are. We'll type the description of this program as literal usage with character string and boolean types. So under this we will create one, and this is the class program. We will create method name public static void PRGOPS, name of the method, parenthesis and then braces. So under this structure we will first declare the data types CHR character C equal to A enclosed in single quotes. Now we'll declare string str, name of the variable is str, data type is a string, and we will type welcome to Java. So this should be kept in mind. We have just discussed before executing this program that the character data type is always enclosed in single quote, whereas the string data type is always enclosed in double quotes. Now I'll give a remark over here by typing C equal to now error cannot be used with primitives. Str equal to now, and then boolean b equal to true default value. So b equal to now and error. Now type the system dot out dot println used to display the output on the screen, and first we will declare the character literals, CHR literals colon space plus C. So the value stored in this variable C will be displayed right after the literals colon space, and then we'll copy this line. And then so we have discussed earlier in our programming of Java language that whatever is enclosed in double quotes used with the system.out.println statement will be displayed as it is on the screen while compiling the program, whereas the value right after the double quotes with a plus symbol, the value stored in that particular variable is returned and displayed on the screen. So we will type next as string literals plus str, and then the end boolean literals. We will follow the order and it is plus b. So the structure is complete. Now we will call this method PRGOPS over here in the main method and type PRGOPS parentheses and semicolons. So the program is complete. Now we're gonna execute this program and see the output on the screen. We'll go to this button, run program.java, run as Java application. Click on the OK button, and here you can see the output is character literal. So you have noticed that the double quotes, under these double quotes you have mentioned CHR literals colon, so you can see CHR literals colon space, so as it is displayed on the screen, but the value stored in plus in the variable C. is displayed on the screen. Like we have assigned a from right hand side to the left hand side according to the assignment rule. Assignment operator equal to symbol is used over here, and the value of a is assigned to c, so you can see a over here. Second one is the string literals, those in double quotes. You can see the output as it is on the screen, and the value stored in str was welcome to Java. But here you can see null, and the boolean literal we have assigned true, so you can see true over here. But here is a problem that we have displayed string str as welcome to Java, but since C is a null, error cannot be used primitives. Now str is assigned null, so b is equal to null will be an error, but here the value is, you can see as a null on the screen. So here you can see that we cannot use a null value, cannot assign to a character variable, character data type, and we cannot also assign null to a boolean type. But here at the same time we can assign null to a string data type, which is a reference type, but with primitive that cannot be used. So we have used a remark that C cannot be assigned null values. Error can be used because we will receive an error. It cannot be used with primitives. Likewise, if we assign null to a boolean variable, then we will receive an error message on the screen. But null can be assigned to a string, so we can see a null over here. So if we assign C a null value, like if we type C is equal to null, then you can see what is going to happen. You can see a underline message, and if you click and hover a mouse over here, you can see time is which cannot convert from a null to character. But here at the same time a null can be converted to a string, and likewise if I type b equal to null and drag the mouse over it, then you can see that the message time mismatch cannot convert from null to boolean. 3 quick fixes available. So the only data type which can accept a null value is a string data type. So that's what we want to discuss in this program. So this is how literals can be used with character, string and boolean types in Java programming language. So that was the purpose, to demonstrate how a null value can only be assigned to a string variable, whereas at the same time null cannot be assigned to a boolean and a character data type, otherwise we will receive an error message on the screen. That's all, viewers. Thanks for watching.